Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen will visit China this week as part of an ongoing push from the U.S. to try and stabilize relations with Beijing. Her trip comes a few weeks after Secretary of State Antony Blinken visited the country. Yellen will meet with senior Chinese officials and leaders of U.S. companies operating in China. She will likely have to contend with officials who are unhappy with the Biden administration's plan to reduce U.S. reliance on Chinese manufacturing. CBS News reporter Sarah Ewall-Wice joins us now. And Sarah, what will Secretary Yellen's main priorities on this trip be?
Well, the Treasury Secretary has said for some time that she would like to visit China when appropriate. And as you mentioned, she'll be meeting both with senior Chinese officials and U.S. companies that have business there. A senior Treasury official said that she'll be building on President Biden's directive to deepen communications between the two countries. China now has a new economic leadership team in Beijing. That Treasury official said Yellen will discuss the importance of managing relationships, communicating areas of concern, and working together to address global challenges. It's really about finding areas where the U.S. and China can work together, but the U.S. also is looking to communicate clearly of its actions intended to protect U.S. national security interests. That includes the intentions and the scope of their actions.
China's economy is, like many countries, struggling to fully bounce back after the pandemic. How does the U.S. factor into China's economic recovery?
So China's economy struggled with persistent how COVID was so persistent. Last year, their economic growth was the weakest it's been since the 1970s. Last year, China ended its zero COVID policy at the end of the year, which some thought would lead to a quick rebound, but their economy continues to hurt. And, this comes as the U.S. also is working to avoid its own recession here. So far, we have not seen one here, but there is a lot of uncertainty around the global economy right now. And there are these two world largest economies. So this is really about 40% of the global output between the U.S. and China. The U.S. is the largest goods importer in the world. China also happens to be our largest supplier.
So there's plenty at stake, is what you're saying. But given all that, how can the Biden administration strike that balance between building a stable relationship with Beijing while trying to essentially give less money and business to China?
So that's exactly what this is. This is a balancing act in terms of that relationship. The administration talks about this not so much in terms of giving less money to China and more in terms of diversifying our supply chains. There is this reality that supply chains are a concern both for the U.S. in terms of national security and economic security. That pandemic highlighted our own supply chain economic vulnerabilities. But there has also been this escalating tension with China, that Chinese spy balloon, and also those frustrations over the U.S. working to block access to some technology like chips. That said, Yellen has said that a healthy competition that benefits both American businesses and workers and Chinese businesses and Chinese workers is a desirable outcome and also still possible.
Sarah Ewall-Wice, thank you very much for your insight. Always good to see you.
You too.